Hello and welcome to lesson 9.3. Today we're going to look at multiplying binomials. There are two parts to this video, and in the first part we're going to look at multiplying binomials. Now here it says using the FOIL method. We're also going to look at the distributive method, and then we're also going to look at, in the part 2 video, multiplying trinomials and binomials together. So the key thing that you have to keep in mind when you're multiplying binomials, and remember a binomial means that there are two terms in the polynomial. So when you're multiplying binomials, essentially what we're doing is we're going to use the distributive property. Okay, so this is one method that we're going to look at. And we'll go ahead and look at our first example and see how to do this. So when we look at example 1, remember the distributive property means that you take a term, so in this case I'm going to take this 2y and I'm going to distribute or multiply it by everything in the second binomial. So I have 2y times y, which is going to give me 2y squared, and then I'm going to have 2y times 2, and that's a positive 2, so this is going to become plus 4y. Now I'm going to do the same thing for that second term. Well, the second term in the first binomial is a negative 3. So negative 3 times y gives me a negative 3y. And then I have negative 3 times a positive 2, which is going to give me a negative 6. So now all I have to do is I have to collect my like terms and simplify. So I have 2y squared. There are no other y squared terms. I do have a 4y and a negative 3y. So 4y minus 3y is going to give me plus a positive 1y, and then I have minus 6. So this right here is what I get when I multiply 2y minus 3 by the binomial y plus 2. If you think you have the concept down, go ahead and pause the video and try part B on your own. For part B, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to take the first term of 5m and I'm going to distribute it onto the first term of the other binomial. And 5n times 8m is going to give me 40m squared. Oops, that's a 2. Then 5m times a negative 1 is going to give me a negative 5m. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the second term of the first binomial. Here I have a positive 2, and I'm going to distribute that onto the positive 8m. So 2 times 8m is going to give me a positive 16m. And then I have 2 times a negative 1, which is going to give me a negative 2. Now here you can see I have two like terms. And so if I simplify this, I end up with 40m squared minus, negative 5 plus 16 will give me a positive 11m, and then I have my minus 2. So this right here is my final answer. For example 2, I'm going to show you a method called the FOIL method. And as you can see down here, FOIL stands for first, outside, inside, and last. Okay, this is just an acronym that will help some people remember. You'll see in the homework, it will say use the FOIL method or use the distribution method. I would like for you to try each method, see which way you like best, and then after that, I don't care which method you use. FOIL will only work when you have two binomials. If you go into trinomials or anything else, you have to use the distribution method though. So to see how the FOIL method works, we're going to start out with the f, which is first. So what that means is we're going to multiply the two first terms together. So 4x times 3x is going to give me 12x squared. Then it says to do the outside terms. So I have 4x and a negative 6, because those are my two outside terms. So this is going to give me a negative 24x. Then I have the I in FOIL, which stands for inside, or my two insides are going to be the 2 and the 3x. So here I have a positive 6x, And then for the last part, which is what the L represents, I'm going to take the two last terms from each binomial and multiply those together. So that's going to give me a negative 12. Then I'm going to do just like I did before. I'm going to combine my like terms, and then I'm going to simplify. So this is going to leave me with 12x squared minus 18x minus 12. And this is my final answer for part A. So let's look at part B. Again, if I start with the F from FOIL, I have my first two terms, which in this case is going to be 3x times 2x, or 6x squared. Then I have my outside terms, or my 3x and my negative 5, which is going to give me a negative 15x. And then if I go with my inside terms, I have negative 4 times 2x, which is a negative 8x. And then finally, I'm going to have my last terms. And my last terms in each binomial is going to be the negative 4 and the negative 5. So negative 4 times negative 5 is a positive 20. And now I'm going to go ahead and simplify and combine my like terms in the middle here. So I'm left with 6x squared minus 23x plus 20. And this is the last example for the part 1 video. Please let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, have a great day.